So let's look at the composition of the AAR. Now there has been an amendment last year. The finance minister, as you know, even in the income tax authorities, has constituted this new post of the principal chief commissioner and the principal commissioner. The idea is to make the administration more effective. Even in the authority for advance ruling, the finance minister in the budget speech said that to make additional benches, to be able to have more benches, because the finance minister says there is a lot of income tax pending in litigation. As you know, assessee files the return, AO takes another opinion, and we go to CIT appeals, ITAT, High Court, Supreme Court. Now the authority for advance ruling has been an effective measure for avoiding litigation in case of non-residents. Earlier, only an application which was for determining the tax liability of the non-resident could have been made. Therefore, we say if a non-resident was making an application, it was for determining his own liability. If a resident was making an application, it was for determining the tax liability of a non-resident. And then there were notified residents which were making an application. Apart from them, no resident could make an application for determining his own tax liability. From this year, this is allowed. We will talk about it. That means now the finance minister says that the resident can also determine his own tax liability by making an application to the authority for advance ruling, which is with a view to avoiding litigation that might arise in the future. But to be able to handle all these cases, there are more people, more benches needed. Therefore, he says, earlier, AAR consisting of members appointed by the central government, which included a chairman, who is the retired judge of a Supreme Court, officer of the Indian Revenue Service, and an officer of the Indian Legal Service. From 2014, he says will consist of a chairman and such number of vice chairman, revenue members and law members as the central government may by notification appoint. So they've given them the powers, themselves the powers to appoint people and have more benches. The chairman will be a judge of the Supreme Court who's retired. The vice chairman will be a judge of the High Courts. The revenue member will be from the Indian Revenue Service. A person who is the principal chief commissioner, principal director general, chief commissioner, director general. And a law member will be a person who is an additional secretary to the government. So this happens to be the change, he says, in the constitution of the authority for advance ruling.